handsome boy. Hi, handsome boy. When can I meet that boy? When can I meet that boy? I want to see O'Neill all the time. Hi, O'Neill. Hi, handsome boy. When can I meet that boy? Hi, O'Neill. I want to see O'Neill all the time. Hey, how you doing? When can I meet that boy?
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. The Eric Zane Show podcast. For this, the 28th of October, 2022. Stevie in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan, is the biggest fan of my dog Oatmeal. And that's him right there. And he rarely is here. He's the one that looks kind of like the blend between the German Shepherd and the Beagle. Hey, O'Neill. Hey, buddy. Yes, O'Neill. When we adopted him, his name is transformed to Oatmeal because my very young grandson could not say O'Neill and referred to him as Oatmeal. So that seems to have stuck. Daisy here too, in the middle, the bulldog. And then freaking Bruce. Trevor is here. He says, I'm trying to sober up so I can make my way to the liquor store at 10 a.m. to buy more beer. I'm really in a slump, LOL. I hope not. And by the way, you are going to be the focus of the show here. All right? Because I see what you've been up to this early morning, already causing trouble with our pal Free Beer. Holy shit. What are you doing? Even I know to leave the guy alone. Look, let me just get this out of the way. When all of this drama started, all right, being that I've got a real hard-on for Free Beer to a point, I immediately sent him a text. And I said, hey, fuck you. You're an idiot. You deserve everything you get. And that comes from a place of anger, frankly. But as time has passed, 1 week and 2 days since weird things started to develop, I have gotten a clearer picture. And I now wish I hadn't done that because I actually have a lot of sympathy to some degree based on conversations I had with people that will remain not really talked about. Yeah, I got to be careful what I talk about these days. I don't want to get another one of these. But, so what I would say that this has had I agree with you in all of the drama, but there's a whole history prior to that which makes me want to punch you in the stomach. But I'm willing to put all of that aside to focus on another source of trouble, because I agree with you in how you feel about that trouble spot. You know, it's kind of like China may agree with the U.S. With regard to Russia, but fuck the Chinese, you know? All right. But Trevor reached out to Greg It's like, dude, what are you doing? This is how it unfolded. He posted this to my subreddit. Being sympathetic. I can't read this. I need glasses. Look at my glasses. Look at how crooked they sit on my face, because these are the shitty ones you get from like Walmart. Look at these things. Look at the, holy fucking shit. So let me start off by saying that I am not making any assumptions of statements towards any random Joe, he writes. This is all hypothetical based on my own opinion. So I was listening to the first hour of Free Beer and Howlings this morning. I was actually watching the webcam on a free trial account I have from over a year ago that never canceled out. Too many details. And he writes, let me just say, Greg looks like an absolute mess. He looks absolutely exhausted, and he has never looked heavier. Well, okay. I mean, give him a break. Come on. First of all, we're all getting older. Second of all, his plate is full. He writes, I actually texted into the show saying what a wreck Greg looks like. What the fuck? And how he should take a nap when he gets home. Trevor writes, of course, when I referred to him as Boy Greg, I don't know. He knew it was me and responded with, oh, so you're back. After that is when I completely overstepped my bounds. Are you known to him? Have you done this before? Have you insulted him and you gotten in trouble or yelled at or something like that? I can't get past these crooked glasses. Do you have a history of saying rude things or something like that? I proceeded to text into the show about how highly Eric thinks of Kelly and how good of a job she is doing as a stand-in third chair host. Well, to be clear, I said she's more than capable of being the content driver on that show. I haven't really listened to what's going on lately, but I'm sure it's fine. No, I've made it known many times in the show that I think she is strong, very, very strong talent. Got a lot going on there. Good stand-in third chair host, and of course, Greg could not respond to that. And neither could any of us, for that matter, because nobody can say how this is going to play out with this random Joe. It's all hypotheticals. By the way, Rig625 says, someone send Eric some new shitty bifocals. No, don't send me anything. If anything shows up on my door, it's going back. Trevor, who I guess has been a shit stirrer for quite some time with this crew, writes, honestly, I couldn't stand Kelly when she first started on the show. I thought she was cringeworthy. Overuse of that word. Come on now. And with how strong she came on, but in this particular situation where she's desperately needed to carry the show, Kelly has come through in spades. Is that something you say, come through in spades? Is that a mixed metaphor? Trevor says, I grew up in my teenage years and 20s listening to Eric on Free Beer and Hot Wings, and nothing short of that will ever be good enough for me. Oh, God. You sound like a stalker. You might want to dial that back a little. Like you're a little too into it, you know? I love you, but given the situation that the current cast of FBHW are in, they really are trying hard. Not everything Kelly is saying is funny or even makes sense. Jesus. But it really is brave to make a strong effort to pick up the slack for the two old boys, Greg and Chris. Yeah, I don't know, Trev. Some of this seems a little sideways. I wrote, oh, man, did you piss him off again? Have you been a regular texter that annoyed him in the past? I'm guessing he does need a break, and he probably does. And then I'm like to myself, maybe I shouldn't have told him to go fuck himself at the start of this. But you know what? This whole thing between us, I don't think there's any going back anytime soon. We both just don't like each other. Frankly, I can't believe we got along to work with each other for as long as we did. I think that's kind of a miracle. But whatever. In all of this, I wish nothing but the best for the show. I tend to have though I just indicated to you that I still have an axe to grind with Greg, I honestly hope that this works out the best for them. And, that's that. It would probably be a good idea for me to have a shorter memory and just fucking relax. I don't want to fight with people for the rest of my life. But all right. I think they will be just fine no matter what happens. No matter what happens. A lot of people talking that Greg left the show early today. Maybe we can get confirmation on that.
Morning. I'll see cars without headlights on because they just forget.
Turn it on and Hot Wings talking about cars.
Why don't they just come on automatically? I haven't had a car in 25 years where the lights didn't just come on at dusk.
I
don't have to worry about it.
I don't even know how to turn on the headlights.
I think you can override.
I think we picked up the show at a bad time.
On if you're idling somewhere or whatever, you can manually shut them off, but they revert to automatic when you turn the car back on, and then you don't have to think about it.
Way too many details about headlights already.
I don't care for, though, Hot Wings, about having automatic lights. I have the option to turn those off so I can turn my lights on and off as I get into the car. I don't like when I leave and I shut the car off that they don't automatically shut off. I hate that about automatic lights.
They don't shut off?
All right, I love you guys. But are you guys really breaking down headlights? I mean, what's going on here?
It's usually a setting, though.
So when you walk away from your car, you know in 20 seconds that's going to shut off. But I have to stand there and watch it, or otherwise I don't believe that they ever shut off on their own. I don't trust it.
Like
that's actually, that's a safety feature. So you have illumination while you're walking in the dark to your apartment or home or business.
That is true. Spotlight's on me. I like that. All right, coming up next, we dive into the Free Beer and Hot Wings report. We've got tumbleweeds, tasers, and trucks that are wedged. You like how I did those three T's right there? Didn't you see? Yeah. I saw that. That's coming up. It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings show.
All right. She's like, she's driving a fucking bus, man. Motherfucker. People are suggesting Kenny get a timeout. What? All right. You get a lot of people on my show that are like, oh, my God, why do they listen to them? Look, you got to understand. These people have listened to them for a long time, and it's comfortable. You know, I mean, that's why I think the show will be around forever. You have a huge comfort factor. When you've gotten to the point where you're over the hump, you know, you can do that. So I think that ultimately they'll be fine. And I'll say that I'm being fair here. You can't just go ahead and judge a show and an entire day show or the entire career of a show based on you just flip on the radio and you happen to hear a conversation about headlights. Relax. Put your pitchforks down. But I guess Greg left the show today about an hour ago. Trevor says, everyone in the chat saying Greg left the show early. I honestly didn't know anything about that. Obviously, my text message didn't drive him to walk off his show. Something must have happened. Who knows? There's a lot on everyone's plate. Who freaking knows? But it's good that you're all here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that as Oatmeal steps down. Rig 625 says she sounds like she's taking a double ender. You know, are you fucking serious? What the fuck? Come on. Holy shit. This show originates in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. If you ever want to reach me, send me an email on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. Yesterday, I sat here, all right, with a bowl of chili right there. Not a bowl, a crock pot full of chili right there. And every few minutes, I'd stir the chili. Absolutely critical time. That's when everything you've thrown into the chili, with each passing minute of heat, everything is blending together. Spices and juices are soaking into beans. What's in the beans is leaving the beans and going out into the chili. The onions, the garlic. Time out. First time chat from RJ Sicko says, Greg had to leave for a family emergency. I certainly hope everything is okay. Some of you are aware of what I'm about to tell you concerning the chili. This was for a chili competition for my daughter. When she reached out to me, she said, Dad, can you make the chili? I said, why? She said, because work, Alro Plastics, is having a chili competition at lunch. And family members of employees are making chili, so you qualify. Would you make the chili? And I said, all right, well, you want to win, right? She says, yeah. I said, okay. As Nick, the electrician, says, I hope it ended up on the floor like Kevin in The Office. Incredible scene. My God, was that funny. Corey says there's a boob joke in there about her working for a plastic company. Shut up. Well, I fucking won. I won. I destroyed the competition. I told everybody I was going to win, and I won. I won a new zip-up long sleeve, and I won $25. Just like I said I was going to do. The competition started at noon. I got there at 11:58. No lie, walking in with my crock pot. Set that thing down. They've got each individual employee. There's probably 50 people there. They each get 6 cups with a little bit of chili in each cup. And with a number on the cup, I was 5. All right. You take your 6 cups back, you sample each, you bring back the empty cups to prove that you tried them all, and then you cast your vote. I literally just dropped it off and left. Jackie says, you don't want to see how you did. I go, I can't. I got work to do. I've got to be so. In fact, I got to go let your dog out. Oh, okay. See ya. So I'm texting her, where are we in the, she goes, people are still sampling. I go, what does your gut tell you? And she goes, people are talking about number 6. Number 6 is a good one. I go, all right, keep me posted. Then she texts me. She says, I just went into the break room. Everybody's finished their samples, and now they're all actually going and getting more chili of the one that they like the most. She says, Dad, I walked in there, and there was a line for yours only. Everyone else, there was no one. It was just a line for yours. I go, uh-oh. And she says, then when I got to get some myself, it was gone. Yours is fucking gone, Dad. There's chili from the other ones, but not yours. I go, uh-oh, uh-oh. And then the boss, Schneider, is getting ready to announce the big victory. And someone says, did Jackie win? And he goes, Jackie did not win. Jackie's dad won. Boom! Oh, I told you. It's chili science, man. I'm telling you. I said to Jackie, I go, what were the other ones like? And she goes, 4 were spicy. And 1 was white. I go, well, I love white chili. In fact, I make the best white chili. My white chili is absolutely insane. The only thing better than my white chili is my red Slaughter the Turks chili. And it just depends on who you on what your tastes are, frankly. But I knew that I was going to win that motherfucker. You can't just drop heat on a mouth. You gotta get it. Oh, this is a sweet. Yowza. Little bit of heat on there and sweet. Now it's all blending in a party in my mouth. Yes, that's how you do this. Okay? And if you just take all of my key secret ingredients and throw them in there, and then 30 minutes later you serve it, you've failed. You've failed. Remember me taking the lid off and dumping the water? Every time I did that, about, a little bit more than a teaspoon of water left the chili, which means it's less diluted every time. More flavor. That's chili science. That is Slaughter the Turks, Eric Zane Show podcast, chili science there. Then all of the ingredients blending into various food sources that absorb flavor. Beef, beans, onions, and then the onions take flavor, and the onions give flavor. Meanwhile, the little bits of garlic are doing their garlic tricks. It's fucking insane. Oh, my God. So let me just say now, for the 3rd time that I have entered a food competition, I've won. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. Go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Because all I do is win. It goes back to New Jersey when I was surrounded by all these greasy Italians at work, and so-and-so Gervasi and so-and-so Balboa and so-and-so this and so-and-so that. They're like, oh, yeah, my sauce and meatballs, my gravy and meatballs is the best, yo. And I'm like, oh, yeah? How come? Because I'm Italian, yo. I go, yeah, fuck you. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Hey, yo, you don't know what you're doing. You're a fucking Armenian. This is Jersey town, yo. You don't know nothing. You're going down. So I sat there in my little 1,000 square foot house that cost $900,000. And I whipped up the very first batch of Eric Zane Slaughter the Turks Armenian meatballs and sauce. And it's not fucking gravy, it's sauce. And I went in there, and it was on the radio with Pat. I forgot her name. Pat something. She was some AM radio host. And we had all sorts of chefs that were actually there to weigh in on those. And it was, I'm like, this is in Princeton, New Jersey. It's a very, very wealthy community, and all these Italian restaurants and these hoity-toity chefs are sampling them. And there's probably like 20 people competing in the damn thing. And it was legit on the radio. And the line was, the chef says, well, we had some very, very, very bad entries, but a few good ones. And when they said, now I knew I had good shit. When they announced 3rd, I said, I won. There's no way I didn't win. And when they announced 2nd, I was like, that just confirms it. And I knew it. I had my hands up. They said, number 1 meatball, Eric Zane. And I'm like, yes. All these sick fuck Italians. Go murder your brothers and sisters, you mob fucks. give me my trophy and suck my dick. Fucking got the fuck out of there. I won. I don't know what the fuck I won. It didn't matter. Fast forward. Michigan. Henry Steffes chili cook-off. VFW Fonger Post right here on Wilson Avenue in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I hosted the thing. It was years ago. Same deal. We had listeners, and some of the group formerly known as Zaniacs were there. And so as this thing unfolded, the votes are coming back, and I won it. And Henry says, your first place was your red. Second place was your white. And I said, well, that can't be. I can't win my own contest. And he goes, okay, I'll just take third and won't tell anyone. I said, that's fine, man. Do it. And so he gave it to Andrea, who I think flavored it with vag juice. And I guess a lot of people liked it. Tasted like gas to me. But anyway, so she probably is like, oh yeah. Hey, bro, I won that chili cook-off of Eric over Eric Zane. I kicked his ass.
You suck a big black dick because I know you want to.
No, your chili was shit. Just like your gross annual income. So that's enough of that. I kicked her ass too. So I won that one. And then I won this one. No one has touched me on chili or meatballs. I am the best. Period. Trevor says, Eric kept stirring the chili periodically throughout the show with so much pride, and I was thinking there's no way in hell this old fool that we love so dearly is going to win that chili cook-off, LOL. No, no, no. I'm telling you, man, I know what's up when it comes to these types of foods. I slaughter. I crush. I rule. I'm the fucking best. So much so that I spent a considerable amount of time on the internet yesterday looking up legit competitions. They used to do one at the Bob. Chili, Brews, and Blues or some shit like that. And you had chefs from actual restaurants competing. I want in, man. I want in as an independent. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to enter a white and I'm going to enter a red. And I will fuck you up. My chili rules. Better than everybody else's. So then I'm sitting there like, okay, all right, here you go. Well, there's one in Ann Arbor. Oh, fuck. It's like a charity, though. No charity shit. I don't want any charity. I want to win, take the money, give everybody the finger, flip the pot on the ground, and walk out. That's what I want to do. Because if you do like a charity one, oh, yeah, this one's raising money for Bobby's new leg braces. Top price is $50. They expect you to give the money back for Bobby's stupid leg braces. Bullshit! I want the cheddar. Trevor says, legit, congrats, Eric. You came through for your kid. No, I didn't do this for my kid. I did this for me. All me. Screw the kid. It's not about the kid. It is all about me. Number freaking one. No one beats me in any type of competition when it comes to food. I rule. Jackie says, Dad, you won $30. I go, all right, bring me my money and clean my crock pot. Hurry up. She says, I owe someone $5. Can I take that? I go, whatever. Just bring my money. Jesus. I am so stoked about this. So if you hear of any chili competitions anywhere, I want in. Now, I'm looking for the bottom line. How long does it take? Like, if it's real far away and it's going to cost me more in gas to get there than the actual and ingredients and the actual price, I don't know, man. I got to make some money on this deal. And let me just say this. if you have in your possession that I've linked up, the Slaughter the Turks, Eric Zane Show podcast, Armenian chili. Yes, that's true that is not my recipe. Someone else came up with the recipe. The only thing, though, that recipe does not provide is me. So unless you have add one Eric Zane to that recipe, you will not have the success that I had. And let me also say that I am never, ever going to share that recipe again. I'm done. I think I might be able to do this as a career going forward because as soon as this podcasting thing dries up, fuck it. I'm making chili and meatballs. All right? Well, there you go. That is officially the end of the epic Eric Zane Show podcast, Slaughter the Turks, Armenian Sweet Heat, Chili Domination story arc. Until the next time a competition opens up. Yesterday, Ben and I sat down for another round of Who Are These Zanes? Episode 002. Hold on a second here. If Megan says check your email, that means check your email. If Kenny says check your email, that means ignore your email. But if Megan says check your email, that means check your email. Checking. What are you doing? What's going on here? I want to send you this. Wait a minute. I want to send you this, but I will not. It is a utensil that it's a high-tech automatic pan stirrer. No, thank you. I appreciate the thought, but I'm not changing anything. I cannot have an automatic pan stirrer. I need just human power. That is very, very sweet, and I appreciate it, but no. And even if I did need it, if you sent it, I'd send it back. No packages accepted. That is my firm policy. Anyway, so last night, Ben and I, Who Are These Zanes? Show number 2. It was a continuation from week 1. We had so much success with the first 30 minutes worth that we continued on in episode number 2. All right? So I'm going to give you a little sample of it, and you need to know that on tonight, Saturday at midnight, episode 2 of Who Are These Zanes drops. I made the point on the Patreon episode with Ben of Who Are These Zanes that there's more. I have more material in my possession from different eras of Eric Zane Radio than I can utilize in this lifetime. I will die before we get all of this done. There's no way. I've got stuff from Joe and the Poor Boy. I've got stuff from when I was a rock radio DJ on the same radio station in the Attitude era of radio when you just scream at people and act like an asshole and play Metallica songs and Ugly Kid Joe and shit like that. I got stuff from Knoxville, Tennessee. I've got Free Beer and Hot Wings stuff from old demo tapes that I'm going to put together. But holy shit. But this is from 7 to midnight. The show, The Poor Boy at Night, was what I called it. Eric Poor Boy Zane with my radio partner, Cecil with a Y, the character that I did. Here, in this clip, the movie The Bronx Tale was just coming out. October 1st, 1993 is when this is from. And It's a radio trailer. You got to see The Bronx Tale, starring Chaz Palminteri and Robert De Niro. The commercial ends. I'm supposed to start talking. So I'm talking out of the commercial, and then it's time to break down the weather, and then it's time to play a game called Backspin, where you play like a song backwards, and then the audience has to guess what song it is, you know? Here you go. Audio check from tomorrow's brand new episode 2 edition of Who Are These Zanes on my Patreon.
A Bronx Tale, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Hey, Paisan, WKQZ Midland weather. We might see a shower tonight, a low of 35.
Hey, Paisan. I guess, I don't know. I felt the need to make fun of Italians because it's a movie about mob guys. I don't know. And then I'm floored at the fact that in Michigan, one of the coldest states in the United States, that in October, the temperature could drop to 35 degrees.
You know, if it stays like this, it's going to be like minus 50 in the dead of winter. Tomorrow, partly sunny and cool, getting up to 48. And for Sunday, need I remind you, this is only like the beginning of October. Sunday, a high of 45, maybe some showers. Folks, let's play Backspin now. I got them. You want them. Tickets for Fight Night at the Palace. These are big, you know?
They weren't. They're not big at all.
So give me a call, number 10-695-5100. And if you can correctly identify tonight's Backspin.
Anybody know what song that is?
Oh, that's real tough, poor boy.
That's my character, Cecil with a Y, talking to Eric Zane.
It's one of those songs that sounds the same forward as it does backward. Well, we want them to win. C93 with Mellencamp. Give us a call and you're the winner.
That's right. Look out, Mellencamp. I had just turned 23, like 2 months prior. Well, 3 months prior. Not even. 23-year-old Eric Zane with Eric Poor Boy Zane. Anybody know what song that was? Okay, Nick got it. Blind Melon. Do you know the name of it? You'd have to get the name of the song in order to win the fucking Fight Night tickets. Okay? You can't just say Blind Melon. Yeah, you got it. No Rain. Great song. Shannon Hoon, lead singer of that band. Out of the great state of Indiana. Gone too soon. Heroin always kills the top performers. Why can't it kill like some of the not so good performers? Jesus. All right. So that is just a little bit of Who Are These Zanes for this week. My favorite thing about Who Are These Zanes is Ben's reaction to the shit that happens when I'm talking. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, my God. All right. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. That is part of the membership, the subscription that you get on Patreon. Okay. Thank you if you've been enjoying the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. This is where I say goodbye to you. And if you're watching live or the replay of this on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, you're like, oh, well, this is where it ends. I don't get to see anymore or hear anymore. No, that's not true at all. Just log on, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or download the Twitch app. Okay? And then go to Eric Zane Live. Can't miss it if you're on the app, or just go to online, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. And hit the follow button. Give yourself a username, and you can listen to the whole show, and then you can, or watch and listen to the whole show, and dump Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, because that's where the show is uninterrupted live every day at about the same time. And, of course, you can, as always, hear the show on demand wherever you download shows. Eric Zane Show Podcast. I have a website, ericzaneshow.com. Actually, before I kick you out, let's see. I wanted to show you this. All right. It is a Twitter dialogue between NFL analyst, former quarterback of the Detroit Lions, Dan Orlovsky. Speaking of Twitch, Dan Orlovsky gets into a spat with Twitch. Thank you to Chris D for sending this along. Dan Orlovsky tweeted out, and Dan Orlovsky's known, he's the guy who, prior to someone doing this year, he was the guy who he was backed up in his own end zone for the Lions, and he got the ball, and while he's looking for the open receiver, ran out of bounds, causing a safety. 2 points for the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Orlovsky wrote, anyone with a bigger brain than me know how I can watch Thursday Night Football on Prime while in London. Some audience member of his, one of his followers, wrote, Twitch, and just search Prime Video. Dan wrote, what the fuck is Twitch? Or what WTH or WTF is Twitch? Twitch responded with, what the hell is this? With a still shot of him running out of bounds, scoring 2 points for the Vikings. Holy shit. That was incredible. This is the actual moment right here. Look at, he's like, oh yeah, snap me the ball. Snap me the, oh, you can't see it. Hold on, you can't. You guy didn't do audio check, video check. It doesn't matter. Well, you get the idea. Or maybe you can see it. I don't even know. I guess you can. So he's like, what the hell is Twitch? And they're like, yeah, what the hell is this, asshole? What a moment this was. Jesus. Look at, he's so out of bounds. He's still like looking for the open receiver. And he's like, oh, okay. I get it. Shit. Fuck. Idiot. And of course that happened when he played for the Lions. My God. First time chat from COFY Pro. Hello. Welcome I'm glad that you are here. Welcome to you. Where else did he play? Who knows? If you follow the Detroit Lions, and not everybody does here, since this show kind of goes everywhere and whatever. I guess a lot of people from Michigan listen. But we're getting to the point in the tenure of Dan Campbell, who is 1-5 after last year going 3-13-1, where like the owner has to come out and say, "Oh yeah, we love where the team's going." Like the old vote of confidence, which is the first indicator that there is not a vote of confidence. And that, God, this is such a bummer because I love Dan Campbell. That guy he's just terrific. Oh, my God. And the players love him. He's doing up downs, and but they suck. Jesus Christ. So now a lady who runs a team, I forget her name. I think she's the daughter of granddaughter or the great-granddaughter of Henry Ford. She's making the announcement that, oh, yeah, he's a dream. He's here forever. We have no problem with him, which means she hates him, and she's going to fire him. So right now in Dan Campbell's career, 4 wins, 18 losses, and a tie. He needs 9 more losses to break the record of futility set by Marty Mornhinweg. Remember that name? Who went 5-27 before they finally broomed him. If he starts out 4-27-1, you cannot keep him. There is no way. How is it that they suck so bad? How can it every single coach that comes through there gets chewed up, spit out, and they just fade away into oblivion. How? My God. Oh, fucking great. Jesus Christ. I have on my fantasy team, and I don't know who the hell I'm playing this week. I mean, I don't know who's behind this opponent or who the actual real person is, but I was a little concerned, all right? Because the guy I took on yesterday had Tom Brady as his quarterback, who I guess kind of did all right, but the Bucs lost, and the Ravens beat them last night, and Isaiah Likely and some guy named Kay Drake both play for the Ravens, and they both had touchdowns. So I got a ton of points from, like, shitty dudes who I don't expect to get any points from. Like this Likely guy, the tight end. He's only good for, hang on. He's only good for like 3.3 points a game. He got 19.7 last night. Fuck you. And then this Kay Drake, I don't know what his first name is. I was only counting on 4.4 points for him. He rattled off 16.7. Fucking games haven't even started this weekend. Yes. Okay. All right, now I'm officially kicking everybody from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube off. You guys have a good one. Go to Twitch and sign up.